Hello, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Friday. My name is Bonnie D, and I work collective through the cards, and I do a midnight meditation, which brings all the energy in. And this is a collective reading. This is everyone, and you might find things that are pinpointed, and it's drawing you in. So if you feel like you're drawn into that you really want to hear that, then write that down in your journal and say, I was very interested in this, and go from there and do some research because it will pinpoint the things that we all are doing that are like triggers or we want to change. Or the best thing I can say is change yourself. When you start to love yourself and not ego love. I've had people say, well, I could love myself. Well, yeah, you could love yourself, but we don't want the ego love. We don't want I'm better than everybody crap. We want the equal. So that's the energy that I bring out. And usually when I channel messages, they usually happen within a few days, or it could be happening at that point, or it could be a past something you're going through in the past. Okay, now today is 7/11, 2025, which is an 18, which is a 9. And we know, Tesla, the 369, he used to do everything like threes, 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 and then six, and then nine. So there is something about the Tesla 369 that I remembered immensely. And when you start to get those memories back, you know you were there at one point. So we have been there at one point. But I feel that the people that stay or want to be part of the new Earth. And I guess we want to stay and we want to be part of the beautiful Earth. So welcome, welcome. And we are going to start the reading. Today's beautiful in Florida, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I already got to lay out and do my deep breathing, and I do some meditation, and I tend to meditate like 3, 4 times a day. So do your diligence to get everything that's crazy out of your world and just be mellow with it. Just be caring for yourself with it. Now, the first card that popped out was a 3, and 3 is the Trinity. 3 is the divine, and it's transformation. We are all going through a massive transformation. I journey within to meet my higher self and to find true happiness. That's one thing that I can say. I have connected with my higher self a few times, not always, but I always look at it this way. If you remember a dream, you were supposed to bring it back. If you don't remember a dream, you weren't supposed to bring it back. So you can look at it that way. And she's looking back, nobody kind of wants to walk away from their past. That is the hardest thing, their comfort zone. And she is kind of looking back, but she doesn't look all the way back because she's going to go into the unknown because she's got a transformation. And that's what we're going through. And the Mystic Forest Oracle wanted to come out after that one, and I thought these were very interesting. A deeper world. Don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance, even in dark times, will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. I am feeling that someone is at they're part of the journey where it's just the start, the dark night of the soul. And let's not kid anybody. It is rough. And you will always go through a dark night of the soul in your life, but it won't be as traumatic as the ones that you had when you were a child or with your family or friends, and you transformed out of that and you didn't have anything left. It was kind of like you were empty because you didn't go along with the crowd. And I look at it that way. I just don't go with the crowd. Yeah, see, she's looking kind of sideways, which is interesting. And this card that came up, she's not looking back. She's going. She's done. This is where you're going through the dark night of the soul. And this is where you're going into the unknown. The unknown in the dark night of the soul is actually kind of cool. Some things you really remember a lot, some things you don't. Uh, I remember the tragedies in life and things like that, but I just don't hold on to them. I don't want to hold on to the sad parts of the life that I knew of a person. I want to remember the happy times. And that's what brings the person alive in your heart again. Now we're going to go to the Soul Helper Oracle. And I just, these cards, the way they come out, I said to my husband, I'm like, cannot make this crap up. I mean, today is 18/9. This card is 18, which goes to a 9. Lost in the ruins of the past, find the way to the present moment and live. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm going to keep holding these up because this was the first thing. This right here is when you started the Dark Night of the Soul. You kind of look back like, is this for real or what? But you've got the jade energy flowing through you, the green, the owl of wisdom is up here. And she's got a purple lavender dress on. This is so, I can't believe I did that moment. I can't believe I was like that. How am I changing? What am I going to see? Then you're going in, you've decided you're going to go into the dark night of the soul and you're going to work it and you're going to figure it out. You're going to listen to some people. They're going to help you. You're going to help yourself and you are going to do that. You need to. Releasing things is the hardest part. And this lost in the ruins of the past, find your way to the present moment and live. This is a very telling card. And as you see, they're all in the darkness. And this one looks like it's standing there and looking around. But they're still walking and they can't find anything. It looks sad and gloomy and nobody's there. So this one is kind of lost right now. And when you go into the dark night of the soul, you do kind of get lost. You get lost in thought and remembrance. And we're supposed to remember. Even the bad times that make us stronger, we're supposed to remember. You are a traveler on the path of your soul. You will need all your courage as you are following the light of your heart into an uncertain future. However, you have now drawn this card, and it is a very important sign. You have become lost in the ruins of the past, in ruins that are the remnants of an unpleasant or difficult time. You have looked back too often instead of looking forward. At times, trapped in places in the past that should have long since ceased to exert power over your life. Even if you could go back, you would find yourself alone and deserted. You would not meet anyone there. So what is it that you seek in these silent ruins that can offer you only loneliness and bitterness? They symbolize all your missed opportunities, but you cannot restore them now. They are what they are. If you linger there, you will begin to see your life as a meaningless and sad, when it is really a wonderful and magical adventure. Feel the light of your heart and hear the sound of your soul. Continue on your path to discovery, endless possibilities, new adventures, new encounters, and even a new love. If you lived tenuously in the light portal of the present, your eyes firmly fixed on the future, you will be on the path of your soul. Leave the past behind and find your way back to the present. It is now important to forgive yourself and continue your journey, your gaze fixed firmly ahead. The power animal, the next 21 days, the power animal is the mouse. Herbal essence oil is the lemon. Healing crystals, black opal, and the number is 9. 9 is an interesting number. 9 is a tricky guy. It's a tricky gal. It's kind of like it goes into itself a lot. It doesn't change. It always goes to a 9, which was very interesting. This card right here, before I get into the 9, this card right here always reminds me of a movie with Robin Williams in it. And it's kind of like this. It's where his wife was still there, but his children and him had passed. And it's called In Dreams They Come, or In Dreams, something like that. He goes to what they think is the dark part of like the dimensions. And he had to go find her, but he can't stay long because he would get sucked in to the darkness, the unhappiness. And this guy was very happy. Robin Williams played so happy. He loved his wife, he loved his kids, his dog, and his home. But they died, and she was left in the ruins of herself, trying to commit suicide and landing in homes, and just so sad. She heard him, but she didn't know what it was, so it freaked her out because she could see him, and then she says, "Why are you haunting me?" But he wasn't in that form yet. He was in his happy form, his let's be beautiful time. And she just can't see anything. She doesn't even know he is her husband. She doesn't know anything. She's just so confined and drawn to that sadness. And he said to her, he said, "If you're not going to come with me, I'm going to stay with you." And after he get done talking to her, he started to get to the point where his face was morphing sad, like nothing there. And she realized what she was doing. And she says, "Oh my God, Chris," or whatever his name is, Chris or Christopher or something. "Don't do this, don't go." And I'm not gonna tell you the end of the story, but it was just stating that we can all go in this negative place and stay there. But you don't want to, because if you don't get over through the dark night of the soul, find yourself and fix it on your terms, we might always be lost in what we missed, what we had. I really don't think that. I don't think that I lost anything I had. I had boyfriends and people and this and that, and I just don't think I missed anything. I think my life was pretty well closed. Plus, going through the dark night of the soul, it really puts you back into place. Number 9 reveals that you have something new to learn. Be open, receptive, and curious enough to seek it out. You will then find wisdom and unconditional, deep healing love. Number 9 will help you reach a point of completion so that you can turn your attention to the mysteries of the unknown and the new. Its energy field is indestructible without being inflexible. Number 9 always remains true to self. 9 plus 9 is 18, whose digits add up to 9. 9 times 9 is 81, whose digits add up to 9. Multiply any number by 9, then add the 2 digits of the resulting number together, and that they will always add up to 9. It is almost as if it is absorbing every other number through its calculation. Number 9 teaches you how to do this, to accept the powers offered to you in order to achieve perfection. This number is fulfillment and completion, but also a beginning and the end. That's when you're going through the dark night of the soul, and you're either going to stay in it because you want to, because it's choice, or you're going to go deep and go through. I think this one wants to leave it behind. They're walking, they're thinking, and Source is telling them, you can do that. but you have to want to. And if you don't want to, it must not be your path, because we all have paths we got to take. Now, now that we got through the dark night of the soul, so if anybody is going through the dark night of the soul right now, let me just tell you, it's hard, and you will always go through a dark night of the soul. It is a learning experience. We have to learn things, and they can't all be happy go lucky. Unfortunately, I would love it. That would be my kumbaya moment. But everybody is like the kid on the side of the road. We've all been through this deep, dark, usually depression or something happened, and we just can't go on. And that's not true. We have to rearrange our mind to that. Uh, this is the Starseed Oracle, and I thought this was really interesting, the way the card is depicted. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. There is no time in other dimensions. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So often, those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible as such. Reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on. The trust, the season you're in, time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. How can you trust the timing of your life a little more? Now, that's a question to put in your journal, and you can answer your own questions. And then you can kind of look into it, think about it. And yeah, these right here, these people that are moving seem like it's the timing, like they're separate, and it's the right timing that they're moving on. I think what we're doing right now is we are remembering things. We are morphing Earth School kind of with remembrance and Mystery School, and we're starting to remember more than we ever did. Where we came from, who we were supposed to be. That's a big one. Okay. Magic Spirit Oracle. And something's telling me that somebody that is watching this is having a very hard time. A very hard time handling Earth School right now. And I'm going to say this. You're unique. If you're listening to this, you are unique. No one can be exactly like you. You could have somebody look like you, sound like you, be like you, but they don't have that one magic sparkle that our Creator gave that's unique to everyone. So without your sparkle, that didn't get answered. That mission ended. You need to pick it up. Go on the journey. 31, darling, don't you remember? You're a badass. Keep winging it. The fairy blessings flow magical energy. This is a great card because what we just went through is like a dark night of the soul. And now we need little Miss Sparkling with little beautiful little eye feather, or I think these are like wings. Yeah, like a butterfly wing behind her, and the trail of magic circling her. The crescent moon on her head. Yeah, she looks like definitely looks like a badass. Somebody that would relax with her feet up and just looking cool. Got that pink hair going on. She loves herself. Somebody might say, "Oh my God, look at that girl. Oh, gee, say all kinds of stuff." And she walks by like the badass that she is. She don't even care what you think. Everything I touch turns to gold. My energy attracts magic. Divine blessings, fairy dust, flow state, magic, special powers. While frolicking in the forest and flying amid the mushrooms, a fairy has appeared to you. A most positive omen. A person who also has magical energy or who will soon be sprinkled and blessed with some. Once one who is gifted magic mushrooms that hold special powers from deep within the forest, who receives luck, then returns home with it. Fairies live with an effortless energy and personify the raw beauty of nature. They are nature's spirit and the human form manifested into one. An ultimate masterpiece. They are the tricksters of the forest. As they can vanish at will and are of a fickle nature, you don't want to mess with them. Cut down their trees or destroy their homes. In folklore, it is said that many have paid the penalty for doing so. Drawing the fairy card is a positive omen that blessings are near. Trust that you are wildly magical and capable of doing whatever your soul is calling you to do. You are being endowed with special powers and the Midas touch. Everything you touch will turn to gold. A period of grace, flow, magic, and opportunity is here or soon will be. This card also is a reminder to trust your divine instincts more, to stop thinking and trying to plan so much. Doing so consumes precious energy. Overanalyzing can simply end up wasting time. Keep winging it as the fairy does. Let loose and act freely. You have been given grace at this time. Close your eyes and visualize that you are in a forest. The fairy you have seen is sprinkling you with enchanted dust. It endows you with power and magic touch and state of flow. Embodying the energy of the fairy, practice becoming more lighthearted and carefree. And trust that the universe has your back. You are the energy of beauty itself, which magnetizes blessings to you. That's what I keep saying. I said that to my girlfriend a few days ago. I said, "Do you love yourself?" She wasn't sure. And I said, "You have to learn how to love yourself before somebody else is going to love you. You won't find the right person until you love yourself." And we've got the intuitive whisper. It's a 22, which is a master number. The lawnmower man's out there, my husband. Who are you? This question is at the center of spiritual inquiry. You may not know exactly who you are, and that is okay. In fact, it's good to be curious. This card is drawing you back to yourself to remind you that you have been created in this mind, body, and soul for a reason. Remember that you are exactly where and who you are supposed to be. Your work is to align all parts of yourself so that divinely created being you is living your life to your fullest. We should. Are we living life to, me and my husband talked about that a while back. Are we living our life to the fullest? I think we've got the mojo going now. I think we're going pretty good. We still have hiccups and you get trigger moments, but we're working on that shit. Okay. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Open the connection between your mind, body, and soul so that you begin to feel whole again. How to connect with mind, body, and soul. Start a yoga practice. Whether you are new to yoga or have an experienced practice, this card is here to guide you to the mat. The word yoga means union, bringing your mind, body, and spirit back together. And through practicing yoga, you will begin to feel this, allowing the practice of breath and movement to reconnect you to all aspects of yourself. You will then find it easier to listen to the whispers of your intuition. I just that this reading is so cool. It's so me, but it's the collective too, because I can feel some energy from this. And this card, look at the energy here. She is rocking it. She has found her inner peace. She loves herself. Look how beautiful she is. She feels beautiful inside. When you start loving yourself, loving the things you do, don't talk about, I've noticed some people talk about negative things. They could point every negative thing out on you that you want them to. Let's reverse that. Why don't you pull out every beautiful part of it? Everything you just love, the little things, the eyes, whatever. When we start talking to our soulmate, it's not, I don't think marriage is a soulmate thing. Um, I think your highest power, that your higher self is your soulmate. You're together. You get the masculine and feminine. And this just the waterfall, the sparkles, the energy. Could you imagine standing there and seeing that and feeling the love and the spirit of your soul that just goes right back into you, like you're sparkling again? Although I kind of like the you're a badass. That card is really cool. So now we've got some cards that had to come out after the Dark Night of the Soul, and now we're becoming a badass, and we're watching the timing, and we're doing all that. Now we are going to get into some oracle cards. Enchanted Map Oracle. It is a 22. Had another 22. Go look at angel number 222. We got a 22 and it's upside down. It's hanging there. It's clamped to the egg. The egg is not going to fall on you. The owl is clinging to it, and he's going to blow that little daffodil fuzzy thing off and make a wish. See, I would. Maybe that, like that, you would. Intention. Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. Are you clear about your intentions, or are you in a foggy state of denial about your true motives and or ambitions? This is the time to step back and gain perspective and clarity about your direction. Check your motives and ask if they are sincere. Are you pursuing some goal blindly without asking its cost? Now is a time for self-evaluation and self-nurturing. You will benefit greatly if you take time out to regroup. I agree with that because he is taking a time out, and luckily he's an owl and he's got some talons there that he can grip that egg. But when it's like that and it's not like that, it just feels like it's still upside down kind of. You're a badass. You got that. But you're still unsure of yourself on how to be that. Guess what? There is no lesson. You will be who you need to be. And don't ask somebody else for guidance about that, because you are going to be, when you start going into meditation and you start seeing the things that you need to see, that is the collection bringing the energy to you. Whatever doesn't feel right will come to you. Now, the 22, yeah, we got the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, separation, sadness, grief, sorrow, upset, loss, trauma, tears. The Three of Swords is a card carrying tension and heartbreak, perhaps as a result of a relationship ending, a communication failure, and bitter arguments, or a betrayal. The asker may be carrying grief, emotional pain, or the feeling of rejection. Breakup, arguments, conflict, separation, sadness, and tears. Loss of assets, division of assets after breakup. The asker is reminded that no matter how much pain they may be feeling, they have control over the meaning they give to an experience. They should be careful not to push their loved ones away just because they feel tense and irritable. Um, I am, I'm feeling really heavy right now with this kind of broken heart, feeling all alone, feeling like it's not here yet and I don't feel it yet. Why? You're not ready. It's not the timing. And it's nothing against, and it's everybody's not going to be all for it. They're going to be in a different dimension, style, living, and the way they do it. Okay, now we also have an 8, and that is come together. We have to come together. We have to love people and not hate people. We have to accept people and not judge people. We need to love ourselves when we look in the mirror and not judge ourselves. There's a lot of things we need to do that we know is not right, but we do them anyway because I don't know, it was choice and I felt like it. Be very careful right now out there. Love needs to be expressed. And drawing the card come together is a sign that you're on the path to discovery. The nature of this emotion in all its form of expression, romantic, familiar, unconditional, spiritual, in each instant, there is an additional or another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, or spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Now that you are cherished like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring partnership. I this is what you need. This is really, really what you need. And right now, I feel that you are kind of trapped between understanding and not understand. Like you're not sure. Am I doing you? It's like you're questioning yourself. Don't ever question yourself that you feel is from source, 'cause source is usually all there. I don't let any negative energy in my space, period. So there ain't nobody calling like the boogeyman. He ain't coming in here. Okay. Now we've got a number, uh, Ace of Wands. And I thought this was really interesting because to come together And this clarifying card, I mean, it's beautiful. And it's like they're planting the beauty. The hummingbirds and very territorial, and they're smelling the beautiful blossoms on the tree, and it's protected in the hands. Look at the energy also. Inspiration, creative spark, new initiative, new passion, enthusiasm, and energy. Wand symbolizes creativity, and the Ace of Wands is the boldest among the cards in the suit. It bravely helps you find your own voice and creates a space where you can develop your own vision. Excitement and passion in love, flirtation, romance, attraction. Inspired at work, creative projects, passion for work. Financial relief, end to struggles, inspiration in making money. When you draw the Ace of Wands, it indicates that you should just go for it. Take the chance and pursue an idea that you have in mind. You are going to walk away from this with the full understanding that you need to be like this. And it's planting the beauty all around. It's keeping the animals fed by the fruity, the berries and the flowers. And it's just like such a protection feeling. It's a good feeling though. Okay, now we got number 43. Details. Compass. 7. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. This is the time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the detail and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them. An agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after. When it's too late, clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing. Sound like squirrels. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. Yeah, we have a lot of things going on that we need to pay attention to the details. That will help you grow as your soul. Your soul will help you find it. And we got with that a 7 of Wands. She's going hiking. She's going on a journey. Resistance, asserting oneself, unconventional defense, resourceful safeguarding. The 7 of Wands embodies determination, rivalry, and perseveration. The current confronts a scenario where external factors hinder their progress. This might involve individuals envious of their accomplishments. Establishing relationship limits. Advocate for love's cause. Fending off rivals, upholding your stance, confronting challengers, security, financial groundwork, ensure lasting prosperity. The moment calls for action. In alignment with values, developed a strategy to mitigate and anticipate potential future complications. Pay attention to the details. Because you might have rivalries, people want something that you critique. You might have been doing something for a while and somebody comes in and steps on your little tootsies. Well, things happen. Those are the trigger moments. You got to say, okay, I got to walk away. I'm done. Triggered. See ya. And we got a number 3. We had a 3 beginning and we have a 3 to the end. Like I said, it is a divine message. Father, Son, and Mother. Not Holy Ghost. They ain't gonna ghost the mama. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. I just said this the other day. I stopped from saying what I needed to say, what I wanted to say. I just stopped and listened. Sometimes you just got to shut the hell up and let things flow if you don't understand, especially if you don't understand. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you, too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shift and shifting and change. No matter how much you want things to stay the same, the Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direction, influence from you. I agree with that because we all have a lot of ideas maybe to help people, but sometimes you gotta wait till they ask. You can't just come in and take over. I mean, he's thinking about it. He's observing. And he's not gonna stand. Look at the beautiful crystal up here glowing. He knows what they're asking because he's Wizard of Awareness. But are they ready for it? Should I say this? I'm going to think about it and observe. And that's sometimes what we need to do. Think about before we jump into it and say it's something that it might not be, observe it. And let's see, with the Wizard of Awareness, we got the Two of Cups. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card. Unity, partnership, attraction, connection, close bonds, joining forces, and mutual respect. The Two of Cups specifically signifies harmony in relationship and open communication. The symbol of this card is 2 hearts, indicating that the querent is in a special union that feels fulfilling and mutually beneficial. Starting a relationship, beneficial relationship, working together as a team. Good relationships with colleagues, helpful business partnership, balanced finances, financial security, and financially stressed. The Two of Cups is a sign to engage in open communication with loved ones. The querent is encouraged to review their current relationships and clear up any miscommunications. This includes taking accountability for what is within their control. That reading was something for everybody to think about because we are going through a lot of changes right now in our world. Now, we had a special message, and the dreams of Gaia wanted to come out and tell us. So we let it. Why wouldn't we? And we got a number two. We've had a lot of twos. Two, 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 two. Look up two, angel number two, or spiritual message two. I talk about this gal. Equilibrium, flexibility, adaptability, balance, harmony, compromise, confident, procrastination, and freedom. Balancing work and play, balancing relationships and responsibilities. Be open to compromise, be confident but grounded. Realistic goals and expectations take stock in prioritizing. Forgive your limitations and ask for help. The Two of Earth card symbolizes the importance of balancing work, home, family, and play, whilst remaining flexible and adaptable in meeting one's commitment and responsibilities. You are filled with a sense of purpose. You have goals and dreams. Nurture them. Be willing to do what is needed in order to make them manifest, but do so with mindfulness and the awareness that all you do has an impact on those around you. Be confident, trust in both yourself and your abilities, but also be flexible, adaptable, and open to compromise. Self-belief is the key to maintaining a healthy equilibrium. If you believe that you can achieve your goals and meet your responsibilities at the same time, then there is a good chance that you can. Be grounded, be grounding yourself, self-confidence and reality, realizing that you are not superhuman or perfect. There is a limit to what you can do and achieve without burning the candle at both ends. Be aware and respectful of your physical, mental, and emotional needs. Forgive your limitations, ask for help, share your responsibilities if you need to, before you start to drop things because you are mentally, physically, and emotionally worn. I've seen a lot of people that way. They are taking care of everybody and kind of lacking on themselves. And that's what she's doing. She is juggling everything. She's got her little medicine bag, she's got her belt, her third eye's open, the rose at her throat chakra, and earth with her. She cannot keep juggling all this stuff. You have to make decisions. And that's basically what it's saying. Quit juggling. And with that, we got okay, we got the 7. I gotta make sure that that's the one we got. I didn't write it. Talking to myself. Okay, that's it. So the clarifier for the 2 is 7 of Pentacles, potential. Don't doubt your abilities or the path you have chosen. Keep going. You're on track for success. You are. She's telling you she needs a break though. She's got too much on her plate. And there is 5 fire. There is chaos. That is the chaos. True boundaries, support, diplomacy, things that you're trying to fix right now are blocked. When the 6 of fire appears reversed in your reading, it may represent an unwillingness to come to the decision table and resolve a problem that is not only affecting you, but those around you also. You would rather fight and win than to give an inch. Compromise is not in your vocabulary. Even if you may feel that you are justified and that the party who has wronged you should be held accountable, understand that at this time, your actions and demands may also hurt innocent parties. It is time to put your sword down and step away from the fight, not just for your own sake, but for the benefit of those who are caught up in the war you are waging. Whether the war is with another or there is an internal conflict you are waging within, now is the time to end it. Try to accept that some things cannot be changed or resolved, and that sometimes the better person is the one who walks away. See, it can be potential, it can be things like that, but you don't walk away from it and keep bringing it up. It's just going to get crazy. Now, with this card, the clarifier was the Four of Pentacles, security. Enjoy this period of calm and order, but stay open to new possibilities too. Keep looking for new ways to expand your empire. So you've got to kind of be careful right now with this conflict card. You've got the security and you've got the potential, but there's some kind of little thingy-mabob going on with two people arguing. They're not coming to agreements very easily. Let's just say that. And our last one was the youth, and it's the number 3, and it's upside down. Let me tell you a little bit about this guy. This guy is going journeying for the people. He is looking for his soulmate. He is looking for his needs. He's looking for what the hell he's supposed to do because he's not sure. And he's got his trusty dog. He's going on a journey, but there could be a blockage here because it's upside down. Unwilling to abide by rules that maintain order and harmony, the youth rebels against those in position of authority and anyone who demands that he moderate his behavior when it causes hurt to those around him, regardless of whether his actions are justified or not. The reversed youth may be lacking in empathy and unwilling to consider the feelings of others, especially when there is a chance for him to pursue his own interest. The reversed youth refuses to give in, and may be unaware or unwilling to see that he is guilty of selfishness. When censored, he might respond with emotional outbursts, aggression, and impulsive behaviors, and choose to run away. When the youth appears reversed in your reading, ask yourself if you are running away from a situation that could be resolved with communication and compromise. Are you being overly rigid and narrow-minded, refusing to see your actions from another's perspective? Running away from conflict does not bring solution. Neither does being selfish, impulsive, and inflexible things that interest you, but one of moderation and temperance. Do not pursue your freedom to such an extreme that you prevent others from having the same freedom. And the clarifier, roll the drums, please. 2 of Wands, vision. Vision. Look for those around you who share your vision, work together for great results. It highlights romance and partnership. Is this the romance and partnership that's doing clashing? Could be. Somebody wanting to take a journey and feeling that and not caring about anybody? Could be. I would look into it a little bit more if I were you. I'm sure something will come out of it for you. And I would say it's time for me to go lay in the sun again. So I hope everybody has a magnificent, magical day. You know, I love everybody. May every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.